Good morning, everybody. So we're about to hit chest and triceps today. And I'm a little bit tired. It's not even 5 a.m. yet. So got up extra early, but ready to hit and get it. So here we go. I'm going to start out with sort of a hybrid flat to incline bench. So I'm hitting sort of upper and mid chest. I like to do that instead of doing flat for whatever reason. I don't feel like I get a lot of engagement or activation in the chest. And increased risk for injury, especially on my shoulder. It's sort of hard on my shoulder when I'm doing flat bench. An incline honestly should feel worse, but it doesn't for whatever reason. So here we go. About 40s. So that was just sort of warm up. I usually do anywhere 15, let the body do the talking. Make sure, like I said, all the joints, everything's moving as it should. Make sure I get the good stretch and the contraction and know what those range of motion peaks are. So that way the next set I can get a little bit better contraction. Just work my way in. So start out with 40s, warm up with 40s. I'll probably go up to like 80s, maybe 90s today. On good days, I'll go 100 and beyond. But again, those are sort of hard on my shoulder when I'm trying to kick them from my knees up. So I don't know if it's the benefits worth the pain and the risk. I just don't think it's a good trade-off. But there are days where I want to test what I'm capable of. Oh, I still got it. You know what I'm saying? All right, so now we're going to bump to 50s.
Oh, that's how you lost that.
That felt pretty good. So 50 is a good weight. I mean, it'll let you know you're doing something. So I don't know if you notice on the video, my range of motion, but I try to come down a little below the whole 90 degrees to get that nice stretch across the chest. I really look at the stretch as just as important as the contraction, sometimes if not more, because it really sort of, the elasticity of the muscle will allow for, the bigger peaks and the compounding of the muscle tissue, stuff like that. So stretch to me is really important because it allows you to tear more. Plus you sort of need that. When you do posing and stuff, you get so rigid over time, bound up. You got to have that stretch ability. All right, here we go, 60s. I lost count. Feels like a 13 note. Alright. So I feel pretty good. Oh, they're huffing and puffing, man. Full of air. Alright. So we're going to 70s. This is where the real work sets begin, honestly. Might even be able to get up to 90s maybe, potentially. All right. Those felt good. Those last three, man. Whew. Yeah, it's getting there. So I wonder if you guys are wondering what kind of music I listen to. I'm a heavy metal, house music, trans, Goa trans, very sort of like cerebral, energetic, intense type music is what drives me. There's no way I can do country or rap. Actually, I take that back. Throw down some Cypress Hill, for sure. All right. So we're gonna go 80s, and these will be fun. And I gotta get music to listen to. All right. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's go. Oh, that's it. So I don't usually throw them down like that, but when I get so tight and I can't bring them back to my knees, I'm afraid I'm gonna tear something, pop something. So I'd rather just drop the load. So 80s felt good. I was only able to get to like 11. I got heavy pretty quick. But I got past 8. And the rule is, if you can do more than 8, you should go up and wait. Unless it's a touch-up day. If it's a touch-up day where you're just hitting it to get the pump, then that's different. But, so, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try 90s. See how much hair we got on our chest today. Ooh. Of course, they don't have 90s. So, fuck. I don't think jumping up 15 pounds is a smart move. I don't want to drag them fucking over there either. So, maybe we'll do 85s, guys. We'll do 85s, but hey, still going up in weight. Might even allow me to get an extra rep or 2 in. But if I can get 8, man, that'd be solid. Alright, let's go. Yep. Alright, there we go. So what's all about? Right here. Let's go. Oh. These are big boys. Do I want to do more? That is a question. And if I did, I'd have to go up by 10 pounds. If I get 8 of those, I'd be really surprised. Oh, man. Hell, just carrying them over here, that's half my fucking energy right there. These son of bitches don't roll, their heck's gone. Hex weights. But 85 actually felt pretty good. I didn't expect it to feel so light in the beginning. The last 3 were heavy. So 95s, I have a feeling they're gonna be heavy right out the fucking gate. And that means I gotta bring my warrior face. Oh, it's not a good start, man. Not a good start at all. Alright, here we go. Fuck it. go for 8. See what we got. Out there. So folks, well, I didn't get what I wanted, but I definitely felt those. Phew. Like big time. All right. So now we're gonna do flies, man. I don't know if I want to do dumbbell. Maybe we can do dumbbell over here. Keep everything sort of stationed over here. Come up with this shit. Put these fucking hundreds in all crooked and shit. The fucker doesn't even fit in there, man. Okay, so chest is pretty pumped up. So we're gonna do. I'm gonna keep the bench where it's at and just do flies. So it's gonna hit sort of mid to upper chest. Don't need a lot of weight for these. So I'm gonna start out with 15s. Just get the stretch because I'm sort of all bound up right now. It's out there, there's no doubt. No doubt. Alright. So basically, you'll see. Elbows are going to stay slightly bent, but you want to try to come out. And sometimes some people like doing flat, like palm to ceiling. Depends. I'll come out and I'll do palm to ceiling. Sometimes I'll do where I'm sort of like this. Like this, so I'm going to lean back, of course. And then there's sometimes where I will not do palm, but this sort of twist. So it's like I'm pouring a glass of water or whatever. So it sort of hits like everything as it links into the shoulder as well. So do variation of things. I just go, like I said, let the body do the talking, what I feel, where I'm getting engaged at, peek that out. And then as you strengthen that connection, try to connect with the rest of the muscle. Especially in areas where you feel like you don't have that nice tension. The touch and go type of connection. All right, let's do some touch and go. Ready? All right, and I twist inward like this with the butt ends of the weight. So I come out, I keep it about shoulder to ear sort of alignment. See, I use this light weights to really get a stretch in there so I can increase my range of motion. Yeah, we're gonna bump pretty good on these actually. Probably like 40. So I lost count. I do that a lot, especially when I'm concentrating on the muscle stretch, contraction, peak. So then I just let my body do the talking. I'll get sort of the lactic acid start to tell me where I'm sort of at. does feel good. All right, so now we're gonna go to 20s. Hopefully I'm not breathing heavy into this mic, man. I tell you, bent over movements are the worst. Like bent over rows or any kind of deadlift rows. I take the damn air out of you. Morning.
Morning.
All right, here we go. I really do like this movement, by the way. I didn't used to really like flies, man, because it feels like you're tearing yourself apart, but it really helps bring out the volume of the chest, in my opinion, because the linkage in the middle sort of tightens that all up, so it brings everything, balls everything up, and it makes it more volumetric or whatever. So I really like it a lot. I like the sit down fly too. It works pretty well. All right, here we go. And I try to go 15s, like 15 reps for these. Now, as I get heavier, and I'll show you later, but as you get heavier, you tend to want to bring your arms in, right, closer to the fulcrum, close to the pivot point, because it's a larger load that you're trying to come out, and you're so far away from the fulcrum, it will put a lot of pressure on the shoulder and things like that. So your body's going to tend to sort of bend the elbows inward. If you feel like your elbows are bent too much, and honestly, if they're bent too much, you're taking emphasis off the chest and putting it more on the delt and maybe even the forearm and everything else, right? So if you feel like you're coming too close and bending your elbows in and bringing the weight inward, it'd be much better served to just try to go as wide as you can, and then once you can't do that anymore, to go wide. Like, let me show you. You go wide, and then if you can't come up, then you bring it in and then just push up like this, and then go back wide again, and then bring it in and push up. Because that way you still have emphasis on the chest. You're not really putting yourself in a great risk of injury. Like if you can't get that weight up and you're wide, I'm not saying don't try, but when you're sitting there like, and that shit ain't moving, it's like, hey, you might as well, take the path of least resistance, at least get the peak contraction out of it, instead of possibly tearing your labrum or whatever in your shoulder or what have you. It's just not worth it. Another reason why I don't really need to go heavy on this either. Because as long as you got that mind-muscle connection, again, bodybuilders, it isn't about powerlifting, it isn't about power. It's about sculpting, physique, mind-muscle connection, tissue repair and recovery and build, that kind of shit. Strength matters, but isn't the end-all be-all to building a nice physique, in my opinion. All right, 20s should be easy. Oh, good stretch. Sometimes the shoulder will pop on these, so you might need to adjust your hand, like where you put the pressure on the upward lift and push. That may change what sort of happens in the shoulder. But yeah, absolutely don't want to take emphasis off the stretching and the contraction on the chest. The squeeze and the stretch. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go heavier. I'm feeling it. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna have here because I'm gonna be here for a while. Okay. So now we might just jump to 30s. This 20s was pretty easy. There are no 30s over here. Of course not. Why would there be? Okay, so you know what? We'll do 35. We can do that. We got this. All right. I'm definitely gonna need music. 35s. Oh. Come on. Shoulder was feeling a little bit squeamish there. So we'll jump to 40. See what 40 feels like. Then we'll go do upper chest press, flat press, and get a nice little pump there across the whole top to bottom. And then I'm gonna go do some cable work. And then after that, I'll hit triceps. So I think we'll have enough compound movements for chest. Again, I really don't do barbell just because of my shoulder issues. I feel like barbell locks you into a fixed position. And once you put a heavy load on there, it doesn't really give a lot of room for repositioning or anything like that. Whereas, use dumbbells and maybe my form won't be the best, but at least my joint won't be torn apart, in the process. So, all right, so let's do this. So we're gonna do 40s. See what she does. All right. So this felt really good, actually. So it makes me itch to do 50s now, which I think we might do. Not too bad. Not too bad. There you go. All right, so surprise, surprise. I'm gonna do one more set. I'm gonna do probably 25 and just pound them out and see how many I can do. I feel like I'm vibing with 20, but you know, hey, I've been known to surprise myself sometimes. But I will say those 50s were no joke. Should be able to get 15 though, man. So they got 12. It's all right. My body feels good. That's all that matters. All right, so 25s. Should be easy. You say this now, but all in the name of science. I lost count, so this did as many as I thought I needed. Alright, so we definitely sweat on those. Alright, so that's it with inclines for hybrid anyway. Alright, I'll see you guys over at the upper chest press.